am here.
Try to hurt me! Taste my hammer!
Stay away from me!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me! Taste my hammer!
Stay away from me!
Try to hurt me!
Worry not. I am here.
The tombstone of a wood elf with a shiny box on it. Some inscriptions are engraved on the tombstone. Here rests Awen the flower. I will spend the rest of my life in the bitterness of cowardice, as a reminder of my never-wilting love for you. The tombstone of a wood elf with a shiny box on it. Some inscriptions are engraved on the tombstone. Here rests Awen the flower. I will spend the rest of my life in the bitterness of cowardice, as a reminder of my never-wilting love for you. The tombstone of a wood elf with a shiny box on it. Some inscriptions are engraved on the tombstone. Here rests Awen the flower. I will spend the rest of my life in the bitterness of cowardice, as a reminder of my never-wilting love for you. The tombstone of a wood elf with a shiny box. Here rests Awen the flower. I will spend the rest of my...
Worry not. I am here.
Stay away from me!
Taste my hammer!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me!
Stay...
Taste my hammer!
Worry not. I am here.
Try...
Stay away from me!
Taste my hammer!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me!
Stay away from me!
Try to hurt me!
The tombstone of a wood elf with a shiny box on it. Some inscriptions are engraved on the tombstone. Here rests the sinner of the wood elves. Here rests someone who dedicated his life to the wood elves. There is a letter by the tombstone. Old friend Ivelios, I have chosen a place next to you, and I guess I will join you soon. When the sand runs out, come see me and tell me why. During the ritual, why did you? A dear friend who... A wood elf tombstone that looks newer than any other tombstone, with no shiny box, but only a name engraved on it. Vikak.
Taste my hammer!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me! Taste my hammer! 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 Try to hurt me!
I wish I were brave.
Worry not. I am here.
Taste my hammer! Try to hurt!
Stick!
Worry not. I am here.
Stay!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me!
Stay away from...
Worry not. I am here. Good.
The tombstone of a wood elf with a shiny box on it. Some inscriptions are engraved on the tombstone. Here rests Lorenthiel. May the blue oak be evergreen and shelter our souls. I will hold you.
I am ready for the ritual. Not again.
The elder in the cemetery is still trapped due to his obsession. Call the elder's name to help him recover his memories.
Lorendale. I've heard this name. But where?
The name does not seem to bring back the Elder's memory.
Eowyn. I've heard this name. But where?
The name does not seem to bring back the Elder's memory.
Ivelios. My old friend.
The Elder does not seem to be Ivelios, but an old friend of his.
Cook. It's me.
Crystal clear tears fall from Vikok's clouded eyes. As if a dust-covered box pried open, the radiance of spirituality casts light on its gloomy corners.
Thank you, traveler. It's all coming back to me. My name is Vikok. 300 years ago, I was the trusted advisor of my old friend, Vilios, serving as the deacon of Sethyrelin. We tried everything. We tried to wake up Nytheris, and thus bring the Wood Elves back to the Grand Cycle. However, the ritual failed. The gravestones in this cemetery became even more in number. You know about the right of return? So, you've met Ythalia? That's right. 300 years ago, Nytheris guided us in activating the right of return, rebuilding the Blue Oak core so as to return to the Grand Cycle. That ritual, however, was a failure. And since Ythalia told you about the right of return, she probably told you why it failed, didn't she? I see. So that's what she said. All this time she's been looking up to Aphelios. That's why she lied to herself. This may not be entirely a lie, but just an excuse that Ythalia used to convince herself. But I know. My old friend Aphelios. He wasn't enchanted by the green dragon. He spoiled the ritual on purpose. I know, because at that moment, there was not a trace of uncertainty in his eyes. Back then, what was on your mind? The truth. I learned the of the withering. It should have been me. Why didn't you let me? I was willing to give all my strength. Why not? Not again. Don't leave me. The sand, it ran out. I saw it. Come to me. Aphelios, tell me. Give me an answer.
The radiance of spirituality passes in a flash, and Vikok is drifting out of consciousness again.
Sand. It brought sand.
Vikok's voice is becoming weaker and weaker. You know he is at the end of his life. Oira de Tavaril. It is the prayer that Laurenthiel taught you to bring peace to a suffering soul. Oira de Tavaril. As you chant, tears drop from the eyes of the elder, slipping into his gray sideburns. His clenched palm slowly loosens. In his palm rests a key resembling a withered branch.
May I release my emotions now?
Worry not. I am here.
Storm descends! Try to hurt me!
Stay away from me!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to... Storm descend!
Stay away from me!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me! Storm descends!
I wish I were brave.
Traveler, you did it. You have arrived at the final altar. 3 keys are required to commence the cycle of withering. Yes, 1 key is missing, and 1 lost soul. He has been wandering in the darkness for 3. Find him and find.
On the stone tablet are 2 lines of inscription. The withered branches of the oak are the memories that lay the foundation of the soul. I have come to guide you home. On the stone the withered branches of the oak are the memory. I have come to guide you home. On the stone tablet are 2 lines of inscription. The withered branches of the ash are the joys that steal the light of the soul. The light is fleeting, but may it shine bright. On the stone tablet are 2 lines of inscription. The withered branches of the brambles are the dark sufferings that shroud the soul. There is no light without darkness. Noisy children, leave this place immediately. The grand cycle is about to restart. The Sylvan Fury stands before the stone tablet, speechless and still as a statue. Around its neck hangs the key of the Withering.
Don't touch my key! Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Wind and trees! Anger!
Stay away from me!
Worry not. I am here.
Wind and trees! Try to hurt me!
Stay away from me!
Worry not. I am here.
Wind and trees! Unleash my anger! Try to hurt me!
Worry not. I am here.
Stay away!
Wind and trees! Unleash my anger! No! Don't touch it!
It's because Evelio. Traveler, you have found the final key. Purify the altar of the withering and awaken Evelios.
It's like a dream.
I almost hurt an innocent. My apologies, traveler. Could you tell me what brings you here? I've been stuck in darkness for so long that time has abandoned me. So has the grand cycle. Ythalia. She's right. These 3 altars serve as bridges for the Wood Elf souls. You've purified them and awakened me. I was once High Priest of the Wood Elves, but now in the past, I obeyed the voice of Nithorus and led my kinsfolk to perform a ritual at the 3 altars, hoping to revive the Blue Oak core. But a greater calamity was incurred. The corruption. Swaddling Forest's departed souls were all tainted by darkness. That ritual is called the Rite of Return. But the origins of everything can be traced back to 1,000 years before the ritual took place. Back then, the green dragon dwelling in the Swaddling Forest suddenly went berserk and tried to destroy the Blue Oak. Nithorus spent all his power to seal the green dragon, and then fell into a slumber along with the Blue Oak core. The 3 altars were meant to channel the Wood Elf souls to the Blue Oak core, but its slumber meant that the grand cycle, for 1,000 years after, we had exhausted all methods to bring the grand cycle back, but it was all futile. Until that day, when I finally heard Nithorus's voice again. For 1,000 years after, we had exhausted all methods to bring the grand cycle back. Nithorus told us that to restart the cycle, we had to perform the Rite of Return.
The Rite of Return is a ritual that took place 300 years ago that resulted in the creation of Sylvan Furies, fundamentally altering the fate of the Wood Elves and the other populations inhabiting Nytheria. You have heard the Wood Elves mention this ritual time and again. Piecing together your previous experiences, you have some speculations about the truth behind the Rite of Return. You have heard the Wood Elves mention this ritual time and again. Piecing together your previous experiences, you have some speculations about the truth behind the Rite of Return.
You're right, traveler. If I hadn't been so entrenched in my role as High Priest of the Wood Elves, perhaps I could have seen through this conspiracy earlier. The Rite of Return is an evil ritual. The voice I heard was not Nithorus's, but the Green Dragon's deception. However, neither Ythalia nor I were aware of this trickery. We believe, thus, we sacrificed the lives of our kinsfolk. Lauren Theo. Ythalia sacrificed her own child for this ritual. He was the most talented child among the Wood Elves. On the eve of the ritual, I met that child. He told me, the forest is crying. The forest was crying. Apart from him, no one else could hear it. Perhaps that child was actually the one closest to Nithorus' spirit out of all of us. That was a tragic wedding. Awen's original groom escaped before the ritual began, but we refused to give up on the ritual, so Asher took his place instead. I deeply regret that my mentee Awen had to endure such pain. Neither she nor Asher should have died. My old friend Vikuk spent a long time persuading me to let him take my place as the sacrifice for the altar of the Withering. However, just as the sacrifice was about to be completed, I heard derisive laughter. The cunning and wicked laughter of a dragon. The green dragon was mocking us, our stupidity, and everything that had happened, which he had already predicted. It couldn't contain its mirth. Yes, I finally realized that everything was a part of the green dragon's scheme. I used my final ounce of strength to interrupt the ritual, but I couldn't contain the outbreak of corruption. Trapped in the darkness, the souls which were unable to return to the grand cycle turned into sylvan furies, corrupting the forest and devouring its power. In the years that followed, Nytheria was plunged into darkness, while I could only watch helplessly, powerless to act. Watching my student, my son, my dear friends, my kinsfolk, all descending into a miserable abyss. You must break this cycle of tragedy. Traveler, please stop Ythalia. The rite of return requires only one last sacrifice. The most powerful warrior of the Wood Elves, Ythalia herself. Ythalia. She isn't the type who could learn how to give up. She's willing to pay any price in order to restart the grand cycle. Traveler, you must stop Ythalia. Once the rite of return is completed, the green dragon will break free from his 1,000-year seal and doom Nytheria to eternal ruin. You must stop all of this. The location of the final sacrifice is under the Blue Oak.